she's so fine. Hell of a ride, blows my mind. Hell of a ride, lights my day.
What's good, guys? Today is Thursday, March the 18th, 2021. This video is going to be regarding 21-year-old Blessing Olusegun. That is a picture of her. Now, this case is coming out of London. Who was Blessing Olusegun? Black girl's death is eerily similar to Sarah Everard case, except for media coverage. Now, if you can remember, I did a video regarding Sarah Everard, who was the marketing executive who was found dead, and it turns out that a police officer has been charged in that crime. This article came out on the 14th. It says, "It's wonderful Sarah Everard received some justice quick. However, this just highlights how prominent white privilege is. Where is justice for Blessing Olusegun?" asked one user. That is another picture of Blessing. She was found dead on the beach at Bexhill near Galley Hill in the UK on September the 18th of 2020. Beautiful girl. The disappearance and tragic death of the 33-year-old UK woman, Sarah Everard, and the arrest of a police officer who has been accused of murdering her have resurfaced the missing and murder case of a black woman named Blessing Olusegun, whose death to date remains, quote, unexplained, end quote. People are drawing striking parallels between the two cases while pointing out the drastic difference in the media coverage of the two crimes. This has created an uproar among social media users who have dragged the legal system for its treatment of people of color, as Everard's murder received unimaginable attention. On September the 18th, 2020, Olusegun was found dead on a Bexhill beach near Galley Hill in the UK. Who was Blessing Olusegun? According to a petition started on change.org seeking justice for Olusegun, she was a 21-year-old student from London who had come to Bexhill on a one-week placement as a carer to help elderly people with dementia and other mental issues. Similar to Everard, her last conversation was with one of her friends before she went missing under mysterious circumstances. A friend of Olusegun, Christina Sofa-Labo, recollecting the events of the day the victim went missing, told Sussex Live, quote, "She was saying to me she couldn't sleep and that she wanted to go for a walk. I offered to stay on the phone, but she said never mind." Sofa-Labo also noted that her friend was, quote, "walking in the early hours of the day she died," end quote. On September the 18th, Sofa-Labo received a text message from the care agency where Olusegun was placed, saying she was missing. Now, in this sentence, they've spelled her name Sofalano, so I don't know if it's Sofalano or Sofa-Labo, but when Sofalano called her friend's phone, the call was answered by police, who informed her about finding the cell phone, but not her death. What happened to her? Olusegun's body was reportedly found by a dog walker on the beach. The Sussex police told Sussex Live in a statement 5 months after her death, quote, "At 6:20 a.m. on Friday, September the 18th, the body of a woman was found lying on the beach at Bexhill near Galley Hill. The body was identified that morning as that of Blessing Olusegun, 21, of Middle Park Avenue, London, SE9, and her next of kin, her mother, was contacted that afternoon by Metropolitan Police at our request," end quote. It further read, quote, "Meanwhile, police in Sussex began an investigation of the circumstances, and the death was treated as unexplained, though not suspicious at that stage. A post-mortem took place on September the 24th, and further forensic tests were carried out in order for the cause of death to be established," end quote. They cited drowning as the reason for her death based on forensic tests, but found no evidence of violence or of internal or external injury. CCTV footages show Olusegun near the town center in one. The second shows her walking under a tunnel headed towards the beach, and the last sighting was near a cafe. Enraged internet demands answers. One Twitter user wrote, "It's wonderful Sarah Everard received some justice quick. However, this just highlights how prominent white privilege is. Where is justice for Blessing Olusegun?" Another wrote, "I don't think mentioning the passing of Blessing Olusegun is a deflection of Sarah Everard's. Both stories are beyond tragic. It's just interesting how quickly the world explodes and demands change when it's a white woman who has passed, and that's sad." One tweeted, "The data is stark when there are intersections between gender and race. There is also less public concern, as we have seen, or not seen, with the case of Blessing Olusegun." This is an actual photo of one of those tweets. This is a picture of the second tweet. Actually, the third tweet. And that is the second tweet. 3 separate people. Now, this story is from The Independent, and it came out 13 hours ago. Blessing Olusegun. Petition seeks justice for woman found dead as police reject racism claims. Sussex police strongly refute claims that Miss Olusegun's death was not properly investigated because of her ethnicity. The article reads, "An online petition calling for justice for a missing business student who went missing and was found dead last year has amassed more than 40,000 signatures. Blessing Olusegun, age 21, was found dead on Bexhill Beach in East Sussex, where she was undertaking a work placement as a career. A postmortem on March the 13th conceded that Miss Olusegun had drowned. Her death was not being treated as suspicious and was deemed unexplained by Sussex police. However, in light of the recent death of 33-year-old Sarah Everard, campaigners have suggested that Sussex police did not go far enough in their investigation into Miss Olusegun's death, with racism and the discrimination of people of African heritage in public services cited as playing a part." There's also another petition called Justice for Blessing, which has more than 8,000 signatures. And it says, quote, "Months later, we still have no answers from Sussex police about what happened to her," end quote. Sussex police issued a statement this week which said, quote, "At 6:20 a.m. on Friday, 18 September, the body of a woman was found lying on the beach at Bexhill near Galley Hill. The body was identified that morning as that of Blessing, and her next of kin, her mother, was visited and informed by Metro police officers later the same day." Quote, "Sussex police detectives attended, and with no immediate evidence of a crime, the coroner was notified and a police investigation launched. The investigation remains ongoing, and to date, police have carried out detailed inquiries to explore the circumstances leading to Blessing's death," end quote. Sussex police confirmed they had searched the area around where Miss Olusegun's body was found, where they found her phone and slippers, quote, "piled neatly," end quote. Police also searched Miss Olusegun's room at her work placement and conducted forensic tests on her belongings found on the beach. A review of her phone records is still ongoing, police say. Sussex police also said a review of CCTV from the local area showed Miss Olusegun walking to and entering the beach alone around 1:30 a.m. Quote, "She was alone and no evidence of others being in the vicinity," end quote, the statement read. Senior investigating officer, Detective Inspector Pippa Nicklin, said she, quote, "strongly refutes," end quote, claims that Miss Olusegun's death was not properly investigated because of her ethnicity. She said, quote, "Although there continues to be no evidence of a crime, we are still carefully and fully examining all the circumstances leading up to Blessing's death, from the arrival in Bexhill to her leaving the house where she was working and walking to the beach, end quote. Now, this is the Justice for Blessing petition on change.org, and I will link this in the description box. That is a picture of Blessing. And it says they're trying to get to 10,000 signatures on this petition. And her friend's name is Sofalabo, Christina Sofalabo, and she signed this petition. They're at 9,456 signatures. It says, our beautiful, gorgeous, talented, independent queen, Blessing Aomide Adetutu Olusegun, was found dead at Glyn Gap Beach in Bexhill on Sea on Friday the 18th of September at 7:30 a.m. Months later, we still have no answers from Sussex police about what happened to her. Blessing was at Bexhill on Sea working on placement as a living caregiver for the elderly. Blessing's last conversation was around 0:30 a.m. She sent text messages to her boyfriend and her close family friend, asking them to, quote, stay on the phone to her as she goes for a walk, end quote. Her last message to her mother, Esther, was about 01:25 a.m. on the 18th of September. That very morning, Blessing's close family friend was alerted that our Blessing had gone missing, meaning she didn't get back to the patient's home. We were informed by the police officer at Sussex Police Station that they found Blessing's iPhone and slippers a couple of meters away from her body. Her death was rudely reported to her mother at her house at about 2:30 p.m. on the 18th of September 2020. The care agency, Aging Care, she worked with was not forthcoming with any useful explanation. Her case has been mysterious from the start. The investigation has never shown what happened to Blessing between 01:25 at night, I think that's supposed to be in the morning, and when her body was found that morning. The coroner deemed her death inconclusive. They said they were unable to determine the precise cause of death and that the burial for Blessing Olusegun should take place immediately. That's strange. We've made this petition to raise awareness of the injustice faced by Blessing's family during the police investigations. We want everyone to come together to help us find out what happened to our Blessing. We want to find out how she died. We feel the Sussex police are not doing enough to investigate Blessing's murder at all. Please join us by signing this petition to call for Sussex police to keep actively investigating Blessing's death. We deserve answers. Let's make noise. We can't allow our beautiful black African women to die in vain. We would like to thank everyone in advance for helping us sign this petition. As you can tell, Blessing means so much to us, her friends and family who love her. Her name is Blessing for a reason. She shines so much light into all our lives. She was the most kind, loyal, beautiful, amazing, God-fearing, enigmatic young woman we ever had a pleasure to be around. She cared for us a lot. We love you, Blessing. We love you so much. Our angel, rest in perfect angelic peace. Hashtag Justice for Blessing. This is the other petition that's on change.org as well, and it's just titled Justice for Blessing Olusegun. They're trying to get 50,000 signatures. So far, they are at 42,969, and it's still going up. It says Blessing Olusegun was a 21-year-old business student from London. She came to Bexhill on a one-week placement as a caregiver for older people with dementia and other mental health issues. She was recently found dead on Bexhill Beach near Galley Hill on Friday at 6:20 a.m. with her shoes and phone nearby her body, and the police are treating it as non-suspicious. Her mother, Esther, is demanding to know why her beautiful daughter died on September the 18th. We need justice for Blessing and her family. What actually happened? And I will link both of these petitions in the description box. So I wanted to bring awareness to this case because I've been saying this. These cases are not treated equally. It's just a fact. They are not treated equally. Yes, Sarah Everard's murder did get a lot of attention. And honestly, this is the first time I've heard about Blessing Olusegun was today. So, and I can say honestly that I do keep up with a lot of crime and hot topics. So it really threw me for a loop when I hadn't even heard of her name. So yes, I do want to bring awareness to this case. I'm going to end the story on that note, but thanks for watching, guys.